Hello everyone from Adventure TechWatch. I hope you guys are doing okay. So today we'll be reviewing the iPhone 16, and this phone has been with me for a couple of days, and I've been using this one as a primary device to see how this one performs. So first thing I would like to talk about the design of this one. So if you talk about the design, so design wise it's a very solid build. Like you don't find any kind of lacking in this device in terms of the design or the feel of it. So if you come onto the side, so we have here new camera button, which is quite kind enough for the Apple to just give this new button into the regular 16 lineup as well. And we get to see the power button over here. So if we come on to the left, so we get to see the volume up and down, and we have the new action button, and we got the SIM card tray over here because it's a Canadian version. Once we come on to the downside, so we get the mic, we get the Type-C charging port, and we have one speaker over here. One speaker you can find it over here as well, so it works as a stereo speakers. On the top we have nothing absolutely. So if we come on to the back of the phone, so we get to see a really good finish over here. It's almost same as what the iPhone 16 Pros have, and I noticed this thing once I just compared it with side by side with the iPhone 16 Pro, and this time we didn't got the glossy finish at the back, and over here near the camera lens we just see the glossy finish, same as what you get on the 16 Pros. So for the camera itself, the camera is really nice on this phone. Like if I compare to the similar phones in this range, so it just takes quite natural pictures, and the video has been really great on this one. And the main lenses are on and the main lens is for the 8 megapixel wide, and there's one more 12 megapixel ultra wide camera over here. We also get the true LED flash over here, which is a dual tone LED flash over here, which is a really good thing in terms of just having a natural light while taking pictures in the night time. If you talk about the weight of this device, so it's 170 grams, so which is not that heavy. It feels pretty much nice to hold in the hands, and in no way it feels cheap in terms of holding the phone in the hands, because it's light, so it doesn't mean it's cheap. It's really well built phone. And one more thing I really like about this phone is the one-handed use. Like you can just use it one-handedly, and you can just maybe type messages, so you can just type all the way till the end, so you can just really easy to type this onto this device. Once we talk about the software over here, so the software generally is pretty amazing on this device, but one thing I feel like there hasn't been multitasking option over here be included into the software or integrated into the software. Not sure why Apple is not giving that feature over here. Like at least the split screen would be just helpful, like once, because most of the people, or like most of the time, you need the split screen over here to use the two apps simultaneously, especially like most of the time I'm just using calculator and other app to calculate the things. And yeah, I'm not sure like why Apple is like not focusing over the multitasking in this age. I know the software is optimized, but yeah, sometimes you need the multitasking. That's the purpose of like of this powerful chip, that you want to just maximize the utilization of it. So if you talk about the speakers, the speakers are pretty nice on this device. Like the bass is really punchy. The sound itself is very punchy. Like you get almost similar sound as what you get on the Pro models. Obviously the Pro models are much more better, but like it's very hard to find difference unless you just compare it side by side, both devices. Now one more thing about this camera button, like so like I've been used to of this camera button like since I've been owning an iPhone 16 Pro, so I'm just using the camera button, and I'm so much using this that I find it pretty useful in terms of taking a quick snap. And like once you get to use this camera button all the time, so you can't stop using this camera button. So yeah, yes, and it's for like people who are just want to take a quick snap, and obviously if you're not into pictures or anything, then this button is completely useful. You can just maybe use this button to just align some other app with it. And yeah, and I hope that the Face ID like has been pretty seamless on this device, but I wanted to have the Touch ID, like if that could be inbuilt into this into this camera button. So hopefully like Apple will just introduce that in the future iterations, or maybe in the iPhone 17, that the Touch ID could be included in the same button as the camera button. Thing I don't like about the Face ID is like once you're just sleeping or just laying down on a pillow and you want to just unlock the phone, and you're just lying on your side, so it's really hard to just unlock the phone without lifting your head up, which is quite annoying. And that's the reason I was talking about like Apple should introduce the Touch ID over here, or even like once you're just sitting on a table and you're just having your phone on your side, so you have to just lift your phone to just unlock the phone, which is quite annoying at times. So yeah, if you had the Touch ID over here, so you can just simply unlock it without just lifting your phone up. Now, one thing I would like to talk about that Apple claims that it has the fast charge, which says like up to 50% charge in 30 minutes with a 20 watts adapter, or you can just pair it with the 30 watts of adapter for the MagSafe charger. So that I haven't tried up till now. However, the charging is pretty fine on this one. If we talk about the back camera on this phone, so back camera has been really great on this phone. Like I really like the camera, how the Apple has optimized the cameras on the pros and the non-pros models. So the picture comes out to be not so saturated, and it looks pretty natural on this phone. Even the in the dark, the pictures are pretty nice over here when I compare to the Samsung S24 or maybe S24 Plus or S24 FE. So in terms of that, when I compare to the camera on this phone, so I find it pretty much well optimized in terms of that. Like I like how it portrays the pictures onto the screen, and once it's captured, it's quite a snappy camera on this device. But the thing on the front screen, if I talk about, so I'm not sure why Apple has given the 60 Hz refresh rate onto this device, which is just I don't like that thing because in the same price range, or even the phones which are lesser than the price of this phone, so they are having a 120 Hz of minimum refresh rate, and that actually just affects your user experience once you get to the from 120 Hz to 60 Hz of refresh rate. It's like the end of the 2024, and I'm not sure Apple could have given the instead of this camera button, Apple could have just introduced the 120 Hz display. That would be much more better in terms of the user experience that you get out of this phone. And I think that would be a legitimate kind of step that the Apple could have taken, but I don't know why they cut it off the corners. The screen has been really great on this device. I don't mind these bezels on this phone. Like these are not that or looks too bad on this phone. However, I don't know, if we talk about the Face ID island, so I find it a little bit bigger, this one. So it could be just reduced to some extent, because like once you're just playing games or you're just watching videos, so it just gets quite intrusive in terms of once you're just watching the video on this phone, or maybe doing something on a full screen. So you cannot just let it go this like a punch hole camera that you get to see on the other phones. So you will always notice this one, and you would wish at some point like it shouldn't be there in the first place. Or maybe in the future iteration, like maybe in iPhone 17, it could be just made as the under display camera, or under display all those sensors could be made. So that would be, I think, much more appreciated. Now one more thing, Apple should work on to their anti-reflective coating, like the Samsung has given on to the S24 Ultra and the S10 Ultra tablet. So yeah, so if you see that coating, so like it performs really nicely in terms of once you're just outdoors in the bright sunlight. So it just quite reduces down the reflection on the screen itself, and just increase the viewability of the screen itself. Like the black seems so black, like it looks so deep black on that screen, like it looks beautiful. However, I wouldn't expect that one to be on this phone, but Apple could just introduce that one to the pros models. Lastly, I've been using this device since a couple of days, and I can clearly say like it easily lasts me a whole day. In terms of the usage, like I'm not a very aggressive user, but some kind of a 1 hour of video watching and casual internet browsing, it lasts me a whole day easily, and I'm just left with a couple of around 20% or 25% of the battery at the end of the day. Yeah, however, if you're just a heavy user, so you might end up just charging it once a day maybe. And yeah, however, the battery's been really great onto this phone. But if you want best of the best, so you might want to consider the iPhone 16 Pro Max, which is top of the line in terms of the battery. Yeah, so that's it for now. If you guys have any questions, you can just let me know down in the comments, and I'll just try to answer those questions. And please like, share, and subscribe. That will be helpful. And have a good day. Bye.